Good afternoon, Southern Times, fellow Namibians, fellow Zimbabweans, wherever you are. Last year, on the 25th of October 2019, as mandated by SADC Heads of State and Government Summit in the United Republic of Tanzania, declared that 25 October be a SADC Day to call upon the US and the European Union to remove the illegal sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe. As the ambassador of the Republic of Zimbabwe, I join other voices in the Republic of Namibia to call for the removal of illegal sanctions that are devastating the lives of Zimbabweans. These sanctions, which were imposed on my beloved country Zimbabwe by the Western world, led by the United States of America and the European Union almost 2 decades ago. The major bone of contention was the land redistribution under the 2000 reform program in Zimbabwe that made the USA and EU impose sanctions on my country. These illegal sanctions are unjustified and they violate Article 41 of the United Nations Charter. The Zimbabwe Democracy and Economic Recovery Act, ZIDERA, imposed by the United States of America in 2001, has remained intact and is being renewed yearly and has serious consequences to the livelihood of the Zimbabwean people. Fellow Namibians, fellow Zimbabweans, although the European Union has relaxed some of the sanctions on Zimbabwe, but the remaining ones still inhibit on the development of the country and its strategic industries. ZIDERA's existence and persistence, as well as the existence of other tough measures like the US Treasury Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, have affected Zimbabwean companies that cannot access offshore finances and lines of credit to sustain their productivity. Most of the strategic manufacturing companies, due to obsolete machinery, have remained operating at an economic rate because they cannot access new technology to retool, innovate, and compete equally at the global stage with other regional and global companies. Unemployment is continuing to skyrocket at unprecedented levels, with the majority of young graduates now operating in the informal sector. The advent of COVID-19 in 2020 has exacerbated the situation and left many people suffering, in particular the vulnerable groups. The health sector has not been spared by these illegal sanctions. In the COVID-19 pandemic, Zimbabwe was not availed any global funding for its health sector. The word targeted sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe are indiscriminate and are adversely affecting the entire population of the country. Neighboring countries in SADC and Africa have not been spared. Mass exodus of young Zimbabweans into the region is a case in point. This mass migration is a result of the illegal sanctions, and in particular the SADC region is adversely affected. However, Zimbabwe is humbled by the unwavering support it has consistently received from Africa, SADC countries, and in particular my host country, the Republic of Namibia and its highest office, on the continuous call for the removal of the illegal sanctions on Zimbabwe. His Excellency President Dr. Hage has, without ceasing at all international forums, persistently called for the removal of the legal sanctions on Zimbabwe and other countries such as Cuba and Venezuela. Zimbabwe is internally grateful for these brotherly gestures and we argue all the like-minded countries and entities to continue calling for the removal of the unilateral sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe by the US and Western countries. Zimbabwe, under the Second Republic, wants to improve the standard of living of its people to a middle income by 2030. But with this albatross of sanctions, Zimbabwe will never see the light of economic development until these illegal sanctions are totally removed. I thank you.